So let us see for the meanings from shloka number 35. So what did we see until shloka number 34? Until shloka number 34, we have seen different avaranas of Ambat. What are the different avaranas, or what are the different prakaras that are present in Shripuram? I have made this format because it will be easier for us to understand and easier for us to look at. So the first enclosure is iron, and inside iron enclosure, the Devata is Bhadrakali Sahita Mahakala. In a vana, in a normal vana, Bhadrakali Sahita Mahakala is present. And inside that iron enclosure, the succeeding enclosure, the second enclosure is bronze. And who is present inside bronze? Madhushri Madhavashri Sahita Vasantarutu in Kalpakavana. And inside that enclosure, there is a copper enclosure, and in between bronze and copper enclosure is Vasantarutu. In between copper and the next enclosure is lead. In between copper and lead, so this is the third and fourth enclosure. In between the third and fourth, the Devata that is present is Shukrashri Suchishri Sahita Grishmarutu, and that vana is called as Santana Vana. In Santana Vana, Shukrashri Suchishri Sahita Grishma Ritu is present in between the copper and the lead enclosure. And inside the lead enclosure, there is a brass enclosure, and in between the lead and brass enclosure are present Nabhashri, Nabhyasashri Sahita Varusha Ritu, and they are present in a vana called as Harichandana Vana. These are different trees. These are different varieties of Kalpaka Vriksha. In Harichandana Vana, between the lead and the brass enclosure are present Nabhashri, Nabhasya Shri Sahita Parusharutu. And inside the brass enclosure is present an enclosure made of Panchaloha. Panchaloha made up of 5 elements. We all see that Panchaloha, Vigraha, etc. Right? So in between the brass and Panchaloha enclosure are present Ishashri, Urjashri. Ishashri and Urjashri Sahita Sharadritu, and they are present in Mandara Vana. And inside the Panchaloha enclosure is present an enclosure made up of silver, Velli, Rajataha, silver. And in between the Panchaloha and Rajataha, the silver enclosure, are present Sahashri, Sahyashri Sahita Hemantarutu. And they are present in Parijatavana. And after silver enclosure, there is an enclosure made up of gold. And in between the silver and gold enclosure, this is between the 7th and 8th enclosure. Silver is the 7th enclosure, gold is the 8th one. In between the 7th and 8th enclosure, there is a vana made up of Kadamba Vriksha, Kadambavana, and in that vana are present Tapashri, Tapasya Shri Sahita, Tapashri, Tapasya Shri Sahita, Shishira Rutu, and they are present in the Kadambavana. And in the Kadambavana is also present Mantrini Devi. Mantrini Devi or Matangi Devi. These are all different names of the Devi. And elaborately, from shloka number 29, Tatralaye Vishale, Tapaniya Rachita Tarala Sopane, Manikya Mantabantaha Mahite, Simhasane Manikhachite, Bindu Trikona Dvipandrupa Vasuvedatala Kurakadye, சக்கரே சதா நிமிஷ்டாம் அப்படின்னு அந்த மந்திரினி தேவி's varnana, elaborate varnana is present that goes on until shloka number 35. So we have already seen that. Now we have to see from shloka number 36. What is shloka number 36? Tasya cha सुवर्णसालस्योत्तरतस्तरुण कुङ्कुमच्छायः शमयतु मम सन्तापं सालो नवमः स पुष्परागमयः. So we already know that gold enclosure is present as the eighth enclosure, and Navamaha means ninth enclosure. What is the ninth enclosure made up of? A gem called as Pushparaga Mayaha. The gem called as Pushparaga is present as the ninth enclosure. And how is that Pushparaga? It is Kunkumachayaha. It is as red as Kunkuma. Kunkuma means kesar. Kunkuma pu is called as kunkuma in Sanskritam. So just like how the kunkuma pu, saffron color, that bright red color is the pushparaga enclosure. And who is present in between the gold and pushparaga? That is told in shloka number 37. This is what we have seen today in shloka number 37. The entity that is present in between the gold and pushparaga enclosure are being described. Anayorantara vasudhaha pranumaha pratyagra pushparagamayihi simhasaneshwarim anuchintana nistandra siddhanirandraha. So an entity called as siddhas are present in between the gold and pushparaga enclosure. Who are siddhas? Siddhaha literally means an accomplished one. An accomplished one is called a siddha. How we say sadhyam. This is sadhyam. What is meant by this is sadhyam? Oh, இது ஈஸியா முடிஞ்சிருமே. This can be easily accomplished. If a job can be easily accomplished, we say, oh, this is sadhyam. This can be done, right? So the people who have accomplished something are called as siddha. Siddhas are the people who have accomplished, and sadhyas are the karyam they have accomplished. And what are these siddhas? What have they accomplished in? They have accomplished in removing people's worry. That is why we have a separate medicine called as Siddha Maruttuvam. What is called as Siddha Maruttuvam? It is removing of people's illness. That is called as Siddha Maruttuvam. Sittu velai pandra. Why? It means it is removing of people's illness, either mental illness or physical illness, whatever the problem that people have, these siddhas are accomplished enough to remove people's problem. That is why they are called as siddhas. That is why here in shloka number 36, Acharya says, Shamayatu mama santapam. The Pushparaga Maya enclosure, which encloses the siddhas, let it shamayatu, let it equalize my tapam. There are three types of tapam called as tapatraya. Even Lalitambika is called as tapatraya nivarini. Adhyatmikam, adi daivikam, adi bhautikam. The problem that we bring upon ourselves, the problem that others bring upon ourselves, and the problem that gods, that devas give upon ourselves. Adhyatmikam is the problem that we bring upon ourselves. Adi Bhautikam is problem that others, including nature, bring upon ourselves. Adi Daivikam is problem that devas bring upon ourselves. Natural calamities are called as Adi Daivikam. COVID, it is Adi Bhautikam. It is because natural forces are presenting us. And Adhyatmikam is our Raga Dvesha problems that are caused by our Raga Dvesha. All these are called as Tapatrayam. And it is for these Tapatrayam we say Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. We repeat Shantihi 3 times, right? So one Shantihi is let my Adhyatmika Tapam be equalized. Let my Adi Bhautika be equalized. That is next Shanti. And let my Adi Daivika problem be equalized is the third Shanti. And all these tapams, tapam literally means worry, tapikkaradhu. If you touch heat, you get pain, right? So tapam means pain. And let those siddhas remove all my tapam. Acharya worships. So just by chanting, this Arya Dvishati, whatever problems we have, everything will be solved. Moving on to shloka number 38. Tatsalottara deshe taruna jipakirana dhorani shonaha prashamayatu padmaraga prakaraha mama parabhavam dashamaha. And inside that pushparaga avarana, there is another avarana called as Padmaraga avarana. It is made up of a stone called as Padmaraga stone. And Acharya prays, let that avarana prashamayatu Padmaraga prakaraha mama parabhavam dashamaha, mama parabhavam prashamayatu. We all have apavadas. Even if we do good thing, other people will tell bad things about us, right? So those things are called as apavada. And let this Padmaraga avarana remove all the apavadas that happened to me. Praise Acharya. And who is present in between this Pushparaga and Padmaraga avarana? A group of entities called as Charanaha. Where does it say? It says in shloka number 39. Antara bhukruta vasana anayorapanita chittavaimatyan chakreshi padabhaktams charanavargane aharnisham kalaye. Chakreshi padabhaktan. These charanavargan, these charana are group of people. According to our cosmology, this world has got, this Brahmanda has got different lokas, and different groups of people are present in different lokas. We are present in Manushya Loka, and we are called as Manushyas. There is another Loka called as Gandharva Loka, and in Gandharva Loka, a group of people called as Gandharvas are present. There is a Loka called as Siddha Loka, and in Siddha Loka, these Siddhas are present. And like that, there is a Loka called as Charana Loka, and in those Loka, a group of people called as Charana are present. And among those Charanas, who all have, are devoted to Devi. After their death, they all came to Shripuram. And it is these Charanas that are present in between the 9th and the 10th enclosure. And what are those Charanas do? They Chakreshi Anayor Apanita Chittavaimatyan. Whatever the bad things I have in my mind, these Charanas, let them remove whatever the bad things, whatever the bad thoughts that I have in my mind. Let the Charana people remove all those bad thoughts, asks Acharya in that shloka. In shloka number 39. Let us go to shloka number 40. Saranga yojana dure sanghadita ketanastasya gomedakena rachitaha gopayatumam samunnatasalaha. And in between, after the Padmaraga is the 10th enclosure. After the Padmaraga enclosure, the 11th enclosure, it is made up of a stone called as Gomedaka. We all wear Navaratna Modaram, etc. Right? And each Ratnam has got each phalan. These are all the phalans that each Ratnam has got. And of that, the Gomedaka, let that avarana that is made up of Gomedakena rachitaha. What does it do? Gopayatumam. Gopaha means protect. That is why Gopalaha, Govindaha, Go means to protect. Govindaha, the one who protects all of us, is called as Govindaha. The one who protects all of us is called as Gopalaha. Even in Lalita Sahasranamam, there is a nama called as Goptri, Govinda Rupini. Goptri, the one who protects all of us, is called as Goptri. And Ambal does that protection by taking the form of Govinda. That is why in Lalita Sahasranamam we say Goptri Govinda Rupini. And that is what Acharya prays here. Gopayatuma. Let that avarana, let that enclosure that is made up of Gometaka protect me from all the bad things. And in between the Padmaraga and Gometaka, who is present? Vapradvayantarorvyam Vatukaihi Vividhaischa Yogini Brindaihi Satatam Samarchitayaha Sankarshinyaha Pranaumi Charanabjam. The Devi that is present in between Padmaraga and Gometaka is called as Shankarshini. Shankarshini. Shankarshana, we all know. While chanting Rudram, we will say Shankarshamurti Swarupo Yosavaditya Paramapurushassa Yesha Rudro Devata. Even Rudra is called as Shankarshana. What is Shankarshana? Sham means Mangalam. Sham karoti iti Shankaraha. Sham karishini iti Sham Mangalam karishini. The one who does Mangalam, the one who does auspiciousness is called as Shankarshana. And the Shakti of Shankarshana is called as Shankarshini. In Vaishnavism, there are 4 avatars of Vishnu. They are called as Vyuha avatara. The Para avatara of Vishnu is called as Paravasudeva. And Mahavishnu has got 4 Vyuha avatara. Of that, Shankarshana, Pratyubna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Aniruddha, Pratyubna. These are called as 4 Vyuha avatars of Vishnu. And Shankarshana is one of the Vyuha avatars. Shankarshani can also be taken as the Shakti of that Vyuha Vasudeva. The Shakti of that Vyuha Avatara. Shankarshani can also mean Rudrani because Rudra is called as Shankarshana. Shankarshana Swarupo Yosavaditya Paramapurushassa Yesha Rudro Devata. We say before chanting Rudra, even today is Pradosham. Let us all pray to Rudra. So Shankarshini, that Rudrani Devi or Shankarshini Devi, let that Devi protect me. Acharya says in this shloka. In next shloka, shloka number 42, he says, Tapasa yojana dure tasya samuttunga gopuropetaha vanchapurtei bhavatat vajramani nikara nirmito vabraha. Vanchapurte bhavatat Vajramani. Vajra means diamond. And the 12th avarana, the avarana that is present after Gometaka, is called as Vajramani avarana or diamond avarana. And let that avarana Vanchapurtyai, let that avarana fulfill all my desires. The previous avarana Gometaka, Acharya has prayed that let that avarana protect me. And before that, Padmaraga avarana, let that avarana remove all the bad desires from me. Like Bharatiyar says, Enniya mudidal vendum, nallave ennal vendum, tinniya nenjam vendum, telindanal arivu vendum. Here say, let all the bad things go away from me, all the bad thoughts, and let the next avarana, let it protect me. And once all the bad things have gone from my mind, once I get enough protection, what do I need? I need whatever the things I want. Vancha purtihi. Vancha means icha, desire. Vancha purti, let all my desires be fulfilled by this diamond avarana. I mean, if we pray to this Avarana, we will get lot of diamond. If we sell all those diamond, we will get lot of money. And with that money, we can get all our desires fulfilled. So even in Loka, even in the Laukika, this makes a lot of sense. But this makes a lot of sense. So with this, we will finish today's class. The Apsaras have not been talked about up until shloka number 43. Only in the shloka number 43, the entity that is present in between Gometaka and diamond Avarana, Vajra Avarana is being explained, which we will see in the next class. Harihi Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti